We're here for one more reading. Today's day 3, August the 3rd. And I have an interesting message. I haven't picked up a message, I haven't connected myself early morning to pick up a message. But I was questioning a few things. And I was really surprised to see this card because through the questioning that I was doing, I didn't really understand the depth of the reason why I was questioning. And as the cards came up, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. So I read the book and it went even deeper into the message. So I'm going to share it very quickly. This first card says, bearable lightness of being. It's a beautiful card. Look at the amount of light and colors. And I love how the blue shines even more on the camera than at my naked eye. The card explains about, she's flying upwards here. She's going up into the light. And what he's saying is that when we ask what we're given. But if we ask more than what our soul knows that our vessel can tolerate, can handle, can go through, the universe won't give any more than that. The universe knows through your soul how much your version of Robbie on earth can handle, okay? Sometimes when we're asking for change, we're asking for love. Let's say we're only asking for us to feel our emotions. We're asking for us to feel love, for us to feel happy. And if we're asking for us to feel happy, it's because we're not happy. It's because we are in that duality, that polarity. And when we are present, we will see the polarity in ourselves. If we are going through what we don't like, we know what we do want, yeah? But sometimes there is a gap. There is a gap between where we are and where we want to be. And the bigger the gap, the bigger the change. And the soul knows how to give us, perhaps in increments, to help us go through and be able to handle it. Also, every time there's a shift, we need to have a resting time to integrate. Yeah, we need to have that time to self-reflect, integrate. We're coming up now to the new moon. The new moon is going to bring lots of awarenesses, right, for us to pick up in our day-to-day. The more present you are, the more you understand why I do things certain ways, and is that resonating with me? Do I want to change that? So you need that moment of reflection, you need that moment of coming back to you. And then towards the end of the moon cycle, when you get to the last quarter, you will need time to recharge, because you have, from new moon to the last quarter, you pass through the full moon, and you will pass through a transformational period. So there'll be integration and then self-reflection again, and then it starts all over. And I think through my own questioning, I was wondering, why something isn't happening fast enough. And there is a good message here, because the second card came up and it says God. God is multidimensional. God is all the dimensions all at once. And when we are shifting through different dimensions. If we shift from Earth here to a multi-dimensional dimension, a very high vibration, high frequency dimension, we'll struggle to understand the gaps in between, the little steps in between. And also our body needs time to shift through these dimensions, to these frequencies, to these vibrations, so we can then sustain the new frequency. And then through the new frequency, we get to, you know, integrate and recharge. Yeah. Self-reflect, retreat. And then we adapt to the new frequency. And then from that new frequency, you get to understand and have a higher consciousness of yourself. You have a higher consciousness of your self-growth. You have a higher understanding of, you know, all the layers of your trauma, of your PTSD, of your limiting beliefs, thought processes. So there is a cycle here, and even through the Lion's Gate, we are going through portals every day now until, you know, pretty much August 12th, August 8th is the peak. So we still need to recharge, we still need to retreat, and perhaps in microdoses, and I'm talking about perhaps setting time for meditation every day for you to retreat into yourself and accustom to the new frequencies that's coming through, or receive the new frequencies. Or perhaps in a couple of days you might feel the need to just, oh, I can't meditate, I just need to not receive any light, it's too much, have a break and just not bother, and then come back again. Okay, so when you feel things are becoming a little bit confusing, overwhelming, perhaps there's a time to retreat a little bit, to rest, to drink, drink more water, allow yourself to take more moments through the day, just silence yourself and breathe and calm down, and messages will come through. Your mind will speak to you, your subconscious is open, it will come and bring information that you need for the next step, for the next moment, for the next layer that you are releasing. So I quite like this. I really love these three cards together because it also validates there's a healing process that we go through. The healing process is awareness, right? We pick up something that we realize we want to change. We perhaps understand how far we are from that, in that gap, what we're living through, what we don't want. Therefore, it creates a wishes of what we want, and that's awareness. Then we go through the acceptance of where we are, acknowledgement of where we are. Then we understand the process that got us there, and we shift and we feel through all that and release it. We let it go. When we let it go, we create space in this gap. It's an empty space now. And when we create this empty space, we have a choice to put in what we desired from the beginning. So when we were dealing with what we didn't want, we know exactly what we wanted. So now it's time to go back to what you wanted and put it in there. That's time for action. Put into action and bring it into your day-to-day activity, right? Let's say you want to quit smoking. Perhaps it's the time then to do the strategies that you have tried before. And then after that, we integrate it. And then we reflect because we want to know, how can we sustain that? How can we keep that going? How much is more that resonant to us than what we were dealing with? And this is a healing process, but this is also what the moon phases are offering us. The moon phase is offering us, the new moon offers reflection, awareness. The first quarter offers us an opportunity to then make that change, action. The full moon allows us to fulfill that gap. And then the last quarter, we go back and really let go and clean what we don't need to keep what we need. And then the cycle starts again. So, and I'm going to go back to my question, right? My inner question was, I've downloaded and put together this program about healing with the moon, merging the healing process with the moon cycles, and mainly energetically. And it's going to start in August. And I want to move through that every month. And I think the energies was asking me to retreat a little bit. You know, the cards are validating my idea, but at the same time, it's asking me to retreat a little bit, reflect a little bit more, receive more information, um, and then get started, right? And then get started because perhaps my body needs to still adjust to the new frequencies. There's a lot going on. I was questioning, you know, there's a lot going on energetically. I'm feeling all these energies from the Lion's Gate, and I'm also feeling all the energies of the moon. How do I separate them? Do I work them together? Um, do I wait until the portal is over to start the moon meditations? So I was questioning that, and I think it's time for me to take a little break, reflect a little bit more, understand where I am in frequency, and feel again where my body settles in that frequency, and then start. So um, I will be posting meditations later on, but not later on today, but in a few days' time. Perhaps I'm going to adapt to these energies, retreat a little bit, and perhaps it's a message as well for the collective if you are feeling um, any type of symptoms, ailments coming through, itchy skin, itchy eyes, blocked ears, throat, anything related to the upper chakras. Yes, get checked, okay, with your medical professions in your country, but also ask the question, why are you feeling that? Because it could be that the high frequency energies from the Lion's Gate could be trying to shift all this density out of your physical body, okay? And with that will come quite a lot of awarenesses of what they could mean, because everything in our body means something from the psyche. So take a time to retreat, recharge. We are midway through the peak of the Lion's Gate, yeah? So perhaps it is time to just ease off a little bit and then come back into it. Okay? Thank you so much for being here today. We are love and light.